Hi, this is Monkey Sweet, and today we are modeling polygonal hair for games. Start by switching to your mask brush by holding Ctrl. Change the stroke type to lasso. From the side view, mask out the skull cap. In the Subtools menu, extract the mesh. Using the Trim Dynamic tool, refine the shape of the skull cap. You can also use the Move brush to reshape it. Select the Damien standard brush to draw a line where the hair parts. In this case, the hair parts slightly to the left. Once you're satisfied, turn on Dynamesh. Play around with the resolution until you get a nice sculptable geometry. Now, using the clay tubes brush, start sculpting the large clumps of hair. Make your strokes follow the natural flow of hair. Do not worry about detailing the sculpt at this point. Right now, you just want to establish the main forms of the hair using broad strokes. Now you can switch to a smaller brush and start working in the details. Remember that the clumps of hair overlap each other, and that should be apparent in your sculpt. Keep your strokes in the same direction as the natural flow of hair. Do not go off the work you have already done. However, you can still make corrections by adding or subtracting from the sculpt. Switch back to the Damien standard brush, and add even more details. Hold the Alt key to add to the sculpt. Sculpt the peaks and valleys of the hair clumps to make the sculpt you've done even more prominent. When you're satisfied with your sculpt, use the Remesher tool to automatically retopologize the mesh. You can always do it in your favorite program later. Right now, we just want a workable mesh to draw our strips on. In Maya, create a polygon plane. Set the width, as well as the height subdivisions to 2. Delete the history and freeze the transformations. Select the middle edge in the Z-axis and raise it so that plane forms an arch. Press the Insert key and snap the pivot to the base of the plane in the Z-axis. Press the Insert key again. Duplicate the plane and snap the duplicate, so that it is exactly flush with the original. Duplicate the plane once more and snap it flush to the second plane. You should now have 3 planes flush together. Select the last border edge of the third plane and extrude it to about twice the length of the plane. Set the divisions to 2. Make a slight bend in the plane. This will be the root of our hair, and we need it to grow out and up from the skull cap. You can now make any additional tweaks to the model. Just ensure that the 3 planes remain flush against each other. Under Polygroups, click on Auto Groups. Snap the view to look exactly down on the object. You can hold down the Shift key to snap the view. The longest plane, the one with the bend in it, should be on top, and the smaller planes at the bottom. Under Brushes, click on Create Insert Mesh. Click New, to create a new brush. Under Stroke, turn on Curve Mode, Lock Start, and Lock End. Ensure that Snap is also active. Under Brushes, Modifiers, click on Stretch, Try Parts, and Weld Points. You might also want to increase the curve resolution to make sure that the points weld properly. You should now be able to draw a continuous curve, and all of the points are flush together. Once you've drawn a curve, you can shape it by pulling on the dashed line. When you're happy with it, click on the model away from the curve. Then you are free to draw another curve. Even though the planes look like one mesh, they actually consist of several square planes. You need to weld those points to get a solid piece of geometry. Under Modify Topology, click Weld Points. Then you can auto-group to finalize the strips. Moving on to our model. Start by drawing broad strips on the model. It might be easier if you ghost the skull cap. Follow the direction of the sculpt we've already done. Try to cover as much of the scalp as possible. Around the ears, you can flare the ends of the strips to create the illusion of thin loose hairs. Continue until you've covered the entire scalp. Now move on to the skull cap we've created. Draw more strips on it, following the flow of hair we've sculpted. Once you're sure that you've almost replicated the skull cap with strips, start creating all of the loose hair. It might be easier to unlock the end of your curve so that you can move it away from the sculpt. Create a variety of thick clumps and thin whiffs of hair that break off from the larger clumps of hair. Once you're done, split the strips from the face and the skull cap. Weld the points and auto-group. Now you can use the move brush to shape the strips until you have the desired look. Your hair is now ready for UV and texturing. If you've learned something, please like this video. We're always happy to hear from you, so please leave your comments. Remember to subscribe to see more videos. We're planning on posting a video every Sunday. Thanks for watching.